So you said, in the introduction, I said regulations aren't limits, they're levers for innovation. Do you want to expand on that? Because that sounds like a gobbledygook. Explain that to me.
There are exceptions. There are ways that you can properly use people's medical information. There are processes for de-identifying, medical information. And so there are ways as you dig into the regulations to use them to spur innovation and to find things that other people aren't doing and gaps in care and things like that, and to use those regulations to help improve access to care or to help a client innovate and solve a problem.
So I'm going to jump around here. I'm not going to go chronologically just because I never do that. But so you started at Miller Johnson, chairing their healthcare providers group. Was there a single case or client early on that taught you how healthcare law actually worked in the real world?
Let's see. I think I was lucky that both at Miller Johnson and at Hall Render, I had a couple opportunities to do secondments. So that's where, even though you work for a law firm, you are on kind of a day-to-day basis. You're acting as counsel and attorney for like a health system or a physician group. And so I was fortunate to have a couple of those opportunities with large health systems here in Michigan. And so, I got my boots on the ground really early. I'll never forget, I sat in on like a clinical research committee and, learning about the interesting work that they were doing there and how they're, innovating treatments and care for clients. And, again, it was always interesting to me to see where the intersection of healthcare and law came in. Again, you have to protect the people that are participating in research. You have to protect how that data is used. You have to make sure you're getting the right consent. And so it was always interesting to me how can I as a lawyer help these health systems accomplish these goals, help more people, improve people's lives? How can I help them do it, strategically and legally in compliance with the law, and do it as, efficiently as possible? Because there are a lot of regulations in the healthcare field. That's, understandably so to a large extent. And that can add considerable expense. It can make it difficult for people to access care. And so I really enjoy the challenge of complying with those regulations and helping clients navigate those kind of things while also accomplishing the goals of expanding care, providing better health care, improving quality of care, all